Hello all, welcome into my channel. My name is Firestorm Shan and I'm here to do your energy check-in for the full moon in Gemini. Alright you guys, it's already December. Can you believe it? Just a few more days and we're going to be experiencing a full moon. Now I am residing in the United States, in Texas. So plug yourself in wherever you are in your time zone. Welcome all. And welcome returning. I appreciate your views, your likes and subscribes. Most of all, I appreciate the interaction. I love being here with you. I wanted to go ahead and get you some messages from the Dark Goddesses today. I've changed up my studio a little bit, as you can tell. And we have some of our Dark Goddesses here that we're working with. And I don't know exactly why I felt drawn to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I think it has to do with the full moon in Gemini, which is coming up here, which we talked about. And Gemini is all about the higher mind, okay? That is also an air sign, so things about communication. And they are the ruler of the third house, which is community. Can be siblings and such as that as well, just like your neighborhood and things like that, you know, how you show up in those areas. Okay, so this is going to be a collective reading for all signs. If you are a Gemini or a mutable sign such as a Sagittarius or a Virgo or a Pisces, you might feel this energy a little more than others, but for the most part we're all feeling it. Now my title of this message is going to be something like beautiful and bright but extremely tough. And that's what reminds me about the Gemini energy, because they are beautiful and bright individuals, and they have a beautiful mind, but they are extremely tough. Let me give you an example of some people who are Geminis. President Trump of the United States is a Gemini. Who else? Oh, I lost my train of thought. I'm just thinking about local people I know. The cool thing about a Gemini is that they're able to see through two lenses. They're called the twins. Okay? And so to them, this and that are true. Okay, so that's why they are the higher mind in the bigger picture of thinking. Okay, so there might be a lot of energy around communication with higher thinking and such. The shadow side of a Gemini is they can be a little tricksters sometimes, you know, because they're too smart for their own good occasionally. That's the shadow side. Now we all have the shadow. You know, it's fine. I'm not bringing that up to cause shame. I'm just saying we need shadow and we need light, and there might be times in your life when you'll need to be extremely strategic in the way that you proceed. You could be in a difficult situation, which is what we're talking about with right now. The evergreens are trees that are able to resist the cold weather. They build a nice exterior hard wax all over their exterior so that they can handle the cold. And so they're a sign of resilience and still maintaining beauty and shine, but being extremely tough and resilient. So that's the energies that I want to encourage you all to take from this little message today, and allow the hard times that you've gone through to actually encourage you about how strong and resilient that you have become. Okay, we're going to work with some Dark Goddesses. Yuko Ono, Yuko Ana, Yuko Ana, Yuko Ono. Okay, I'll bring it a little closer to the camera for those of you who are interested. It says release. 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 So underneath the surface, we need to release something. I think what we need to release is the pain, and of suffering that many of us have been going through. And that way we can find gratitude in the blessings. So that is Yukai Onna, and is spelled YUKI-ONNA, and I'm probably not saying it correctly. But underneath the surface, this energy is wanting to help us release what is no longer serving us, no longer helping us. Now, on the top of the surface, we have strength. Look at that smile. I'll bring it closer. Durga, Goddess Durga. Okay. So, have the strength and the courage to shine, because look at the strength. That reminds me of the strength card in the tarot with the Leo energy of resisting temptation. That's what strength means. And releasing the past. It can be very tempting to hold on to disappointments, disagreements, but really all they're doing is holding us back, you know? And there's the beauty in the evergreens. Just remember there's beauty in the evergreens, okay? So we'll put these little cards over here, and then we'll go ahead and pull some tarot. I have just reorganized everything, so I'm like, which deck should I use? I should have already had it picked out, but Geminis. Something with owls and birds. Not really seeing anything that's jiving with me right now. Hang on one second. I'm gonna go get another deck from over here. Okay, sorry about that. I wanted to grab the Light Seer Tarot deck. I hope you can hear me okay. I feel like I'm talking soft. I need to speak up. You're right. One thing I've noticed since moving over to the new studio here is the sound, the speaker system is, it's not quite as loud as the one I have in the shop up yonder. So I'll probably be grabbing that tomorrow and seeing if it makes a difference than this current microphone. So turn up your speakers, allow me some grace, and let's go ahead and get into it. So full moon in Gemini for the collective. What are the messages that you have for us? You want us to have the strength and the courage to release what is holding us back and no longer serving us. Any kind of bitterness or despair. They want you to focus on the positive. Look how strong you become. Look how independent you've become. Look how amazing of a person that you have become. Resilient, strong, just like the evergreens. I am hearing Nordic Viking music in my head right now. So that might be something that the goddesses are bringing in. I do channel pretty much songs and music, mostly. Sometimes I'll see visions and such, but I'll share them if they come through. Okay, so yeah, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, big ol' hearts, new love. It's time to allow new love to come in, and this would include self-love, love for others. You know, love covers a multitude of sins, a multitude of mistakes. Love is the only thing that gives us the power to really forgive. And I know it's hard when this is what I'm seeing, you know, you really gave somebody all your love and they hurt you anyway. Well, let me just tell you this. Love will be the hardest thing that you ever experience in your life, but the most rewarding. It's because it requires testing and sacrifice, understanding and patience, grace and mercy. So extend this to yourself. Grace and mercy, loving kindness and forgiveness, and to others if you can find it in you to do so. It would behoove you. Okay, so They want you to merge your hearts together, releasing the hurt, having the strength to love, to know, to hold space for love, just to hold space for it. That's all they're saying. Just hold space. Okay? All right. All right. That's at the heart of the reading. We also have it coming out with the Ace of Swords, which goes right along with the full moon in Gemini. This is talking about head over heart, logic and reasoning over emotion and empathy. I'm not gonna lie, air energy, whenever they get stuck on something, it's really hard for them to get out of their head. So what's crossing this Ace of Cups is your head, or a truth, a difficult message of truth. You're going to have the strength to receive the difficult message of truth and recognize at the same time they want you to release that truth. It's almost, I'm feeling like some of you want justice to be served, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a song. Who do you think you are, running around leaving scars, collecting your heart of jars, tearing your love apart? You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. So don't come back for me, don't come back at all. You know what? It goes on to say, it's been so long since I've been alright. Don't you remember how you put out the light in my eyes? You guys are gonna make me cry. Quit it. You gotta feel it though. See, I'm a Leo. I can feel it. My heart comes up through my head chakra and I cry. But sometimes some of you guys don't cry. Now I'm hearing doves cry. Doves cry when doves cry. Yeah, guys, it's a struggle. It's a struggle for some of you. Some of it's easier for us than others. Hey, I'm still dealing with areas of forgiveness and against myself. My husband tells me a lot of times, oh, Shannon, you're operating out of guilt. I'm like, I am? Yeah, you don't even realize it. It's been kind of preconditioned in you for so many years, maybe childhood wounds, We might be digging back there and going that far. Shine bright like a diamond anyway. Shine, shine, shine. We're building endurance for this race. The driving energy of this is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? This would be your Virgo mutable sign, which tends this energy. This is a queen who takes care of the daily things. She keeps things clean and tidy. She has a checklist and she's checking it twice. She's taking care of her health. She meditates. She probably has pets. Probably loves plants. Very hard worker. I'm hearing some of you guys deserve this forgiveness. Some of you guys have had a sin held against you and it didn't deserve to be done. So if that's the case, that's when you have to turn around and say, you might not forgive me for what I did or said or whatever, but I'm going to go ahead and forgive myself. because at that time I was operating in my shadow, which was trying to protect me for some reason. I felt like I needed to protect myself. So shadow came out to help, like these dark goddesses that we're working with that seem to sometimes scare people. They shouldn't. They're the ones that are helping us navigate between the underworld and the upper world. And if you think you're not of this world, you are. We have this vessel, this 3D body, even though we might have reincarnated, or some of us might think we're aliens, and some of us might think we're cats or deers. I don't care what you identify as, you still have a vessel, and you're bound to it. That doesn't mean you can't astral travel and get outside your body. I'm not going that far with it. So I don't know why my mind just goes like down all these rabbit trails, but they do. I lost my light there. It's time to nurture yourself. This is a driving energy. And let me see if I can get this light to come back on. It's kind of dark down here. Don't want to make it too bright for you though. It helps me see the cards. So the driving energy is, the Queen of Pentacles. And there's also this, I'll take it, the Nine of Pentacles directly underneath there. So this is like representing the single ladies, the single people, male or female, and also the mothers and the fathers. They're represented here too. Now, Divine Feminine is what's showing up here mostly, but that's because we're working with the dark goddesses, and they're Divine Feminines. So I'm not surprised. But in your foundation, they're like, it's time to take good care of yourself, and in your headspace, this is the way they want you to think as well, maybe a little more independently. This is an independent figure here who doesn't go along with the crowd. They're stable, they have their own opinions, they're grounded. Another earth sign, it's more Virgo energy. Okay? And this person is a very independent person, and like I said, just because Uncle Bob is mad at his brother from Uncle Joe for something that happened years ago, maybe it was really bad, I don't know, it doesn't mean that I have to be mad too. You can remain independent from the entanglements of other people's drama. I really am seeing the word attachment. I feel, okay, it's kind of going dark on me now. I'm seeing tentacles going out and just like dark roots getting into the hearts of people. And then it just spreads out and it starts to get these dark roots that grab onto others. And then it becomes this big black, oh, it's awful what I'm seeing right now, mass. And it's just like a stretchy Armstrong figure, but they're all like so attached to each other now that nobody really moves without feeling the other one. They've become one body. Okay, so that we need to detach from that very, very seriously. Feel a blackness. I almost feel like spitting out black in my mouth for some reason. I'm seeing like that's how dark that gets. It can blacken your heart. And that's why our first message out was love. Shine bright like a diamond. We don't have to be entangled. We cut off and sever every cord of attachment, of discord upon the viewers of this channel right now. We take authority over it. We command it to flee. We resist the temptation to hold on to it anymore. We acknowledge our life, that it is not perfect, but we are beautiful and strong regardless. And we feed love and light into those places, into those darknesses. And now I'm seeing it break up. And I'm seeing it like Dawn dish soap that goes in there, like the commercials with the geese and, that got caught in the ocean. They're just out there in the ocean living in their natural habitat. And there's these oil fields that burst, these pipes that burst, and it contaminates nature, and these ducks and geese and birds and everything, they get all this oil all over them. That's exactly what it's like. We got to go in there and take some little Dawn dish soap and go and take a little bit of scrubbing. Not too much though. I mean, you got to use the right kind of tools. Salt baths. I'm hearing vinegar for some reason for some of you guys, and I don't know exactly how vinegar works. I'm not like a practical magic. I don't know how to work with all that stuff. I'm totally channeling right now. Oh, so that you could polish your mirror. They want you to clean your windows and your mirrors with vinegar. There's a cleansing that needs to happen there. Okay. I've heard that you can do that with chamomile tea as well on a full moon. That's nice to do too. It keeps evil spirits out. Maybe you want to do both. I don't know. It's up to you. This is just what's coming to my mind that might be helpful. And that's why I'm here, is to be helpful. They want us to be rooted and grounded, independent from anybody else's slime. I'm almost feels like one. Maybe you guys can tell me. Is there a Marvel character out there that does that? I don't know why I'm seeing one. If not, they might be making one. It's probably from a past movie I've seen as a child or something like The Blob, or I don't know. But okay, so that is our full moon in Gemini messages. They want us to use our head wisely, think independently, stand firm in our foundations, take good care of ourselves, nurture ourselves, and release that black gunk. Some of you are the source of that black gunk. Others of you are the victims of that black gunk. But we can only call ourselves victims for so long. Once the truth is spoken and our ears have had the opportunity to hear it, it is then our decision of what we do with that truth. And if we choose to ignore it, then we will, that's fine, but you're probably not going to get the results you're looking for or break free, because the truth is what sets us free. So in this full moon in Gemini, shine brightly, you beautiful, grounded, solid bitches. And I don't care if that offends you, because I call my friends my bitches, okay? And you're my friends. So apologies to the gentlemen if this is not like something for you. If there is a request you have for me, I will do my best to fulfill it for you. But I do believe that there's something here for you too, if you are willing, because divine masculine, you are half divine feminine. And sometimes that can cause, like if you're too right or too left, they want us to be balanced with our divine feminine and our divine masculine. So men need to embrace both sides of their life, just like women need to embrace both. And that should be normal. You know, it should be normal. But in some places it's not learned, it's not taught, they didn't know. But now you know. I send you all my love, all my blessings, all my encouraging courage I can give to you to continue to shine. And let's all take a deep breath. Namaste, amen, goodbye, hallelujah, whatever you want to say. Talk to you later.